Welcome to the electronic funds transfer demonstration. Electronic funds transfer is a way to pay your vendors electronically instead of printing and sending checks, much faster and easier than ever before. In this demonstration, we will show you how to create an electronic funds transfer file in IntelliDealer. Once electronic funds transfer is active on your system, you will be able to configure IntelliDealer to generate a file containing the EFT payment information. Here's a great feature. You get to decide which vendors are paid electronically and which are paid by check. Super cool. If you change your mind, no problem. You can always go back to a check payment type if you prefer that method. In addition, there is also an option to email vendors the details of the payment that will soon be deposited into their account. Pretty neat stuff. Now let's take a look at the demonstration highlights. Here's a high-level overview of the demonstration. First, we will discuss the process of requesting bank files from your bank. Next, we'll show you how to access and navigate to the EFT screens in IntelliDealer. Then we'll show you the steps on how to create a voucher to make a payment. Finally, you'll see how easy it is to create a check run batch and download files. Now we'll show you how it's done. Sit back and relax for a great demonstration. First, you will need to request a bank file from the bank you use to pay your vendors. This will tell us which format we need to use. Once we know the format, we want to set up your vendor. Navigate to Configuration, General Ledger, then Accounts Payable, and choose Vendor EFT. Click the link which says Need to create a new format. Click here to add. Select the format and enter the banking details. You can have as many formats as you wish, you just cannot have duplicates. For this demo, we will choose Busy Bank and then Save. A new window will open. All fields in gray are mandatory. Enter the details from your bank, then Save. Once you request a bank file from the bank, we will use that information to determine your format. Next, Step 2. Navigate to Financial Management, Accounts Payable, then choose Vendor Profile. Search the vendor you wish to pay. We will search by the vendor number and choose Go. Select the vendor and choose Update/View Profile. Enter the bank number, bank branch, and account number. Bank account type is not required. Select the format you created in the first step and choose Save. This page decides how the payment is being made, EFT or physical check. You cannot make partial payments with the two options, however, you can go back to check for future payments if you or the vendor prefer by removing the banking information under Electronic Funds Transfer in the Payment Terms tab. Now click on the Contacts tab and enter the name and email address for the vendor. Choose, is there a contact missing from the list? Click here to add. Enter the contact information and email address. Select Electronic Funds Transfer from the drop-down and click Save. Once a payment is made, the vendor will be notified. Step 3 is next. Navigate to Financial Management, Accounts Payable, then choose Vouchers. Click the link that says Need to create a new batch. Click here to add. Enter your desired batch number. Usually this is your initials with numbers, and enter a description of the batch. Then Save. In this screen, enter the vendor number, invoice number, and due date. Verify your bank number. Select the account number and amount paid to that account. Click Save and Close. You will see the voucher you created on the voucher screen. Hover over your batch ID and click Update. Select the date, printer, and enter the balance you entered on the voucher screen. Click Submit. Once all the messages are clear, you will have an option to remove that voucher. Do not remove it. We will need it to process the payment. You will need to go back to the IntelliDealer home screen and review any messages about that voucher created. Continue clicking Refresh and answer any messages that appear. Now we will create a check run batch. Navigate to Financial Management, Accounts Payable, then choose Check Run. Click the link that says Need to create a new batch. Click here to add. Enter the batch number you created for your voucher and the bank number that was selected for that voucher. Click Save. On the screen that popped up, click the link that says Click here to add to batch. You can search by your vendor number or voucher number and choose Go. Once you have located the vendor, click the button Add to Batch. That voucher will then be added to the check run batches. Now close. Close again. Hover over that batch ID you added and click Print Checks. Enter your run date, check date, and select your printer. Click Continue. Navigate back to Financial Management, Accounts Payable, Check Run. Enter the bank account number you use for your voucher and select the format you use to create the voucher. Choose Submit. Your payment total will be displayed along with the total amount of vendors for that payment. You can put a check in Preview to preview the file before creating, or just click Submit to create the file. Click on the link files at the top. You will see the EFT file you created. It will be at the top, or you can go by the date. Click Download and save the file to your computer. This will be at the bottom of your screen. You can then upload the file to the bank's website or email them the file to review. You have now seen how easy it is to create an EFT file in 4 simple steps. This concludes the demonstration on how to pay your vendors electronically in IntelliDealer. Pretty simple steps. For more information, feel free to reach out to your sales representative at CDK or email us. Thanks for joining us.